Welcome back to another episode of the WaterSide County series here in City Skylines 2 with me, your host, ffstheplague. Let's get into it. Alright, so after doing a little bit of research, it's determined that the reason I have not enough labor is due to there not being enough Sims or residents in the town. Currently, I have unemployment at 0.5%. Unfortunately, I thought that that was a good thing, but in all reality, it's actually a bad thing. So what we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to get some more residents here. So at this time, I am going to go ahead and build up some residencies right over here in this area. I'm gonna connect a couple of streets and I'm gonna go ahead and start plopping down some housing. So we'll go ahead and start the time lapse for that. Alright, well, since we have added the extra residents, it looks like the need for uneducated workers has gone down, which is going to help with the industry as well as the rock mining and ore production. Right now, we're going to go ahead and add a few more bridges to get over to the other side of the river here. So let's go ahead and let's take care of that as well. We're just going to go ahead and do some quick prep work before we build the bridges. Was the wrong one again. Alright, let's go ahead and start building the bridges. let's go ahead and finish off the road up here. We can connect everything. Let's try that again. All right, let's go ahead and connect the road so we can go ahead and get the two sides connected. Yeah, that... Well, will that do? No, that won't. No, that won't do. We're, yeah, let's go ahead and try this one again, because that does not seem to, yeah, not digging with the constant slope on, even though that's what you really want to do. Let's try this again without constant slope on. I know it's not going to look pretty, but never was in this game to make it look pretty, you know. Alright, so at this point oh, look at that dip. Or hike, I should say. Alright, so at this point, we have both sides connected. So question is how do I work this road? Do I go underneath it? No, it's probably not high enough. I'll probably take this down a little bit and do the highway coming through here, but that will be for a much later episode. So we do have a demand for industrial, very small demand, but we do have a lot of demand for office, which is great. So let's take a look over here how these are doing. What are we at here? Efficiency still kind of low, but it's better than saying lack of labor. So I rebuilt this last night after the stream. It's not pretty, but it is functional. So we'll leave it at that. Let's go ahead and add some industry so we can go ahead and get some more jobs, because it's all about the jobs, baby. All right, let's place this much needed industry. So glad that we are back. And just like that, our industry his need is gone. So let's see if we can add a little bit more. Nope, office is gone as well. But we'll go ahead and throw a little up here just in case. Alright, so it looks like this never came in. Let's just go ahead and get this ready for when it does decide to come back in. Oh, how about that? I am happy with that. Alright. What do we do now? Oh, there has been a crime at one of the farms. Speaking of farms, do we add more farmland in over here? Yes or no? I say we go ahead and add some farmland in. So let's go ahead and not drag, but let's go ahead and add this road. Yeah. Go ahead and come down straight here. Well, unfortunately, put some here. I can put some here. I'm gonna need to reroute right back here in between. Can I get a 90? I guess we will get a 90 this way. Go ahead and throw down some farms, but let's see what we actually need first. Grain. Actually, all three. Go ahead and do some grain up here. It is a little bit on the hill, but I think we're okay with that. Alright, grab some vegetables over here. Hey, we got the dairy house. I don't exactly remember what it does. I know it has some type of extra goods. And actually, I will come down. Can throw some. Oh, I'm gonna need as much as I can get here, so. Just for future reference, I know I'm gonna need a bunch more. Some textiles. Some nice. Want a bus stop here eventually. Got some industry sneaking back in. It's always a good sign when we put the industry back. Alright, so definitely no livestock in this area today. That is okay. Go ahead and let me adjust this just a little bit. Can round about here. Stretch this out just a little. Oh, okay, so we really can't go much further. I wonder what this is. Is it just the snow melting? I can put livestock here if I need to. Alright, oh. Go ahead and add a little bit of decoration over here. See if we can't sneak another set in. Help if I actually put it in the right way, right? Or not. Let's try this again, shall we? Alright, much better. Go ahead and if you over here as well. Go ahead and cap this one. See if I can throw another one down. Alright, like I said, let's go ahead and put some industrial back in. Liking that we have industrial at this point. Well, we did have industrial. Where it went. Alright, well, looks like the snow is melting, which is very good. Well, doing well. Alright, so we got a new houses in. How are they looking? They are looking colorful. Let's go. Definitely colorful. Really didn't want to put them along this somewhat major road, but you know, what are you gonna do? Always throw some down here behind the housing or the high school as well. Speaking of that, let's see what our education is sitting at. Okay, still not bad. That's a good thing. Where we're at electricity, we are okay with that as well. So, what else do we need to do here? I know I need to do some public transportation, but once again, I don't have the money for that. So, all right, let's go ahead and connect to these two locations. Okay, that was the easy part. Now comes the not so easy part of trying to get this elevated. Probably shouldn't be this live, right? Could probably have the traffic. Alright, so that looks good. Now the question is can we get 22 from here? It's decent enough is what we need to try. Okay. I can plan that out a little bit. So, how does this look? Looks a little funky. All right. Also, off stream, off camera last night, I did kind of prep this area a little bit to put a car park or two, so people that are working and or living in this area don't have to necessarily park on the street, because I think eventually I am going to be taking that away. So go ahead and put a car park. I wonder if it's very large. 80. Nope, don't have enough for 80, so I can always put. Just want to put this one, or I can put two. I can always add another two here. Take care of that. Go ahead and add. Nope, probably should not have done that. That'll be a little bit better, I think. I don't remember how much we had to go up. 2. Did we have to go? Station too low, so we'll just do a regular. And we already got people that are parking, so they can park and walk, which is a good deal. Let's go ahead and put up some trees here. Let's go ahead, throw some more office here. Do the little office and commercial hub. Got 5, 3, 5. What the 5x5s look like. All right, well, that spent the the office that we had. And now we got some industry, but let's see how. Oh, I definitely do not want parking down here. Let's get rid of parking. Yeah, I really do need to start bringing in public transportation, but like I always say, gotta have the money for it first, which I do not have. This is really irritating me. I think I'll mess with it off camera, so yeah, so I have to listen to me complain, and I will get that elevation key right one of these days. Anybody? Oh, how about that? They just magically walk up there. Huh. Okay, I'd like to learn that magic trick. Invisible stairs. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, glad to know that people are using it to get parking. Nice. And then they're able to go where they need to go from here. A lot of covered walkways. One thing I did learn from my last city build is put as many walkways as you can, so they can go ahead and walk throughout the city. Once I get public transportation in, I think it'll be a little bit easier for them to move around. But for the time being, what we got here? Let me just kind of maxing and relaxing. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I don't think I need a jacket today. It's January, there is no snow. Oh, it did melt. All right, well, I'm glad I put down 2 parking spots, or sorry, down 2 parking lots, because I believe that they are going to get filled up relatively quick. So I did add a new mod before I started this recording session, and it is InfoLoom. So this does have a lot of useful information. Like if we come down here to the workforce, this will give us information. Like there's 5,000 or 5,100 plus total. 5,000 of them are unemployed, so I only have 22 unemployed. Tim's 21 unemployed. Right now there are 365 underemployed, which means that their education is higher, but due to the demand, they are taking jobs that are beneath their education. And then we have 24 citizens that are coming in from another town to work here, which I think is good. This is just giving us information on the education of all of the citizens that are in the town. And I do want to eventually put up a college when I have enough money for that. Seems to be the ongoing theme is money. We do have 161 homeless. That has to do with me removing some of the mixed housing and replacing it with the Southwest region mixed housing. So if we look down here at the residential information, just giving us a little bit of information here that there's 184 homeless. Employment is only at 1%, which is high. I'd like to keep it under 1%, but hey. Gives us information on our districts, residents, pets, households. Gives us employee breakdown as well. It's cool. No, I don't like seeing the average wealth is wretched, but we're only, I don't know, 6 months in on this city. So the trade cost, I have kind of trying to make heads and tails of this, other than, hey, you know, we're importing and exporting certain things, and depending on what we're exporting and importing, it's either costing us money or it is making us money. So there are some cool mods out there if you want to take the time and look at that. So look at this profit margin of 4,200%. kind of insane. 3,500%. So this is cool. So we got district, we have industrial products as well. It gives us the same information. Oh, gives us information on staffing, demand, tax factors, production. Oh. Cool. If you guys want to know what is going on in your town, say check out InfoLoom, because it does have a lot of cool information, a lot of nerdy information. So if you want to see what the city is doing behind the scenes, you should probably check out InfoLoom. All right, so I have let the game run for an hour or so, and I actually have enough money now to go ahead and place the bus depot and the bus stop. So I'm going to go ahead and do it right here next to the cemetery, because we do have a 4-lane road here for the buses to get out, and I'm going to put the bus stop somewhere in this area that has enough traffic lanes that it should not impede it. And I'm not going to set it right off the main road. I'm going to have a little sub road that comes in that will be able to have some bus only lanes. All right, now that we have that little wonky piece, here, that looks a little bit better. And we are going to go ahead and set up the bus stop. So let's grab 4-lane. Let's come out about here. still feel like this is too much, so I'll go ahead and fix this after the next break that I do. Well, let's go ahead and let us throw down a small bus station. Question is where do we set it? I'll go ahead and set it here. Oh boy, getting down to the nitty-gritty here. I do want to go ahead and add some more platforms. Add a taxi stop. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the bus stops, but I do know that I'm going to want them in this area, this area, this area, this area, these areas. Yeah, so basically I want to put bus stops all over. So we will be right back. And we have the first bus route set. And it basically is going to hit Ivy Junction up in this location. Then it is going to go down here to the office and commercial plaza. Then we're going to go ahead and kind of hit this little main street here where they can pick up from the high school as well as some of the housing here. And then we're going to go ahead and go into the Birdsong Crossing housing district, and we're going to go ahead and loop back. So we're going to see what this is like. I believe I did 6 buses. So we're going to go ahead and drop another line, and we'll check back in a few minutes after that one is gone, and we will see what the rides are like. Okay, we have the second route in, and it is going to Ivy here, and it is going to Holly Downs, then it is coming out to Elizabeth, Birdsong, and then coming back up. We're going to go ahead and let this run and see what the passenger count is like. Right now I am leaving them the same color. We'll see if that's going to be a little bit easier to recognize when there are, you know, multiple bus routes. See if that helps. I am trying to get a little bit better with the naming convention, as well as putting 2-digit numbers in front of the line so I can kind of correspond where they are currently going. So we will be right back. So I did add a stop right outside Autumn Glen here, or sorry, Autumn Ridge. So that should go ahead and pick up anybody that wants to walk in this bus stop right here. So I think we are getting some decent numbers. I did add the bus only lane here. Probably going to start throwing up some residential in the area since we are just under 10K, and I do want to make some of my money back with taxes. So I figure I will start adding some additional residential, and I will be doing another bus stop up here into the farming district. All right, I did add a third route. I have not added any additional residential, and we just did pop over 10,000 residents. So this next route is going to go ahead and stop in the little business district. Then it's going to go up to Sterling, the farms. There are 3 stops out there. Then it's going to come down here to Brook End so we can get some of this residential. I will go ahead and add additional stops as the city grows in all of the areas. And then it hits down here in Ivy Junction again, and then it returns home. So I do say that as the game plays on, we will see the public transportation start to be used more and more. I do need to save up some money so we can eventually put subways in, as well as some additional service buildings. I do know that I will need to add another hospital at some point. Probably going to need to add some additional electricity, but we'll go ahead and see where it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode now. So as always, if you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you really like what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you are notified when new streams or videos drop. And as always, stay safe and stay silly. Thanks for watching.